Hi, I think I owe you part two of my introduction and not leave you hanging from such a tearful, raw, real expression of what I was going through. And this is the beautiful grace of being a Christian, a true Christ believer and follower. Is my situation, the problems are still there. All the problems I listed in part one of this introduction video are still there. What's different? I'm different. I'm different. Here are the steps I took to be different. One, I've done lots of emotional healing from my own baggage, from growing up in an alcoholic home, from being in a somewhat abusive marriage, lots of financial abuse, all the things. I've done lots and lots of work on myself, which is part of the reason why I'm a coach and a speaker and writer now. It's part of the reason why I became a trauma therapist before. Two, I can recognize where I am and what's going on, even though I still get overwhelmed at times. It's still more than I want to deal with, and I tell myself stories about how I can't handle it and it's too much and why is this happening and whatever else my inner stories are. Three, you saw me do parts one. You saw me not hold it back, not hiding it, and not pretending it's not there. The pain was real in introductory video one. Pain was real. The tears were real. I didn't hold back. And two, I didn't hold it in. Related, but a little bit different too, because I shared it. I shared it. And I shared it more than once. And I shared it in multiple ways. I shared it. And three, I called out to God. I called out to God. Called out to God. Because I cannot solve those problems. I can't. They are way too big for me, way too big. I can't solve them. But I know who can. And I have a relationship with who can. So let me tell you some of the beautiful things that happened this past week in between introductory video one and this video, introductory video two. I had two experts in their fields related to some of the issues I laid out in video one. Two experts call me, and not because of the video. They had nothing to do with the video. They didn't know about that. But they reached out to me and said, "Hey, Sherry, I want to check in on you. Let me share my expertise. I know I want to see what issues you have, and maybe I could help you." And they did freely. They got nothing from me. They got my great thanks and gratitude, and I made sure to let them know that. But I didn't pay them for anything, and they each one spent 45, 50 minutes with me, free time, expert. Another spent about an hour with me, completely unexpected. I didn't expect that. God knew. God knew what I needed. I didn't know what I needed. I didn't even know what was possible. Another wonderful thing that happened last week after I called out to God and shared all this is a new friend that I genuinely barely knew. She and I just kind of connected, and we decided to do an event together. She came down from Phoenix to Tucson, which is like a 2.5 hour drive, depending on traffic and depending on exactly where you are in the Phoenix area coming to Tucson. And I'm a little bit on the south and east side of Tucson, which adds to the length. She came down. We spent a day and a half together, or maybe like a full 24 hours. And the whole thing was hammered out. We got the whole thing planned. Someone I barely know. Well, I barely knew before. I know her much better now. Because I was open. I was open to the Holy Spirit's leading. I was open to whatever comes my way. And I'm open to doing exactly what God's will is for me. And then today, this is another Sunday. This is a week from the last one, which was also on Sunday. Today, my church service message, once again, was about surrender. And I did a much deeper, bigger surrender this time than I've done before. And it dawned on me today that I need to sell my car. Now, if you had asked me that yesterday, I would have said, no way, I'm not going to sell my car. Last month, no way, I'm not selling my car. This morning, like 8 hours ago, nope, not selling my car. Now, yeah, actually, I think that would greatly benefit me to, I have my car's worth, because kudos to Honda. It's a Honda CR-V 2021. I bought it when I had some money from selling a house in another state. And so I bought it outright. And because of some financial things I'm going through right now, I don't need all of that car. I don't need that. I don't need that. So selling that car that is holding its value and buying something less expensive, that difference is going to help me. It's going to help me get out of some of the financial issue, or at least reduce some of the pressure. Not even reduce the pressure, because you know what? Once I surrender, and it is a multi-time thing to do, is surrender, because it's not really natural to us. We surrender, we take it back. We surrender, we take it back. So surrendering is multi-stage. But surrendering means God's will is better than having a 2021 Honda CR-V. God's will is better. If that's part of God's wonderful plan for me, He's not leaving me without a vehicle. I need a vehicle. That's the way we work, right? We have to have a vehicle. But I don't need all of that space, and I don't need something so new. It has served me well, and it served its primary purpose, which was finished actually once I moved here, because I moved across the country. That's why I bought it, to move across the country. I needed that space. I needed something I could put a lot of miles on and know that it was reliable. And it's done it beautifully. I don't need it now. I don't need it now. So this is kind of you watch the first introductory video. This video will make a way more sense. And my problems haven't changed, but my perspective of my problems has. And my ability to brainstorm and be creative in solutions, picking out little pieces that I can actually do something about, that has changed. From believing that I really didn't have anything I could do and really make a difference, to knowing. It's not a believing. Now it's a knowing. It's a deep knowing that there are some things I can do, and everything else God is taking care of. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it's going to look like, but God's taking care of it. And that's part of what this channel is about too. God is taking care of it. Doesn't remove the hardship. It removes my feeling like it's my hardship to solve and carry all by myself. It never was. It's not meant that way. So thank you. And I look forward to seeing more of you as I grow my channel. Blessings to you as I figure out how to turn this off.